What's going on, stream? It's your boy Fire back again with another Call of Duty Black Ops 7 stream. And today, as you see by the title, we're going to be talking about the matches that happened today. It was the last day of the Major 2 qualifiers before the teams go to Birmingham and play in that Major 2 tournament. Yeah, so we're just going to talk about the games that happened. We did our predictions earlier in the morning, but we just watched them, and now we're just going to talk about what happened. Completed. Let's go to this one. Vancouver Surge played off against the Riyadh Falcons. First game, Vancouver Surge took it overall, but first game 250 to 237. If you look at the whole match here, Riyadh Falcons just doing their thing again, living up to their team colors, just having a green game. Vancouver almost giving them a full red carpet. Capsule fighting, but the rest of them, couldn't really do too much with the efforts. Yeah, I mean, TJ Halley only had 9,000 points, couldn't even crack 10k, 10k damage at least. Went negative 27. That's not really good, and had a 0.7. Yeah, it's just not good for the team. Cell had a 1.2, looking good going into the major. Exit 1.15, also looking good going into the major. 102 and 89. That was good. Map 1 started off pretty good for them. It looked like they were gonna put out a good effort. 250 to 237, pretty close match. Map 2, same thing. They came out looking good. And then Overload, Capsule, team wasn't doing so hot. And we had Celium, Exnet, Kismet, Pred doing their thing. They ended up losing the series though. Map 4, the hard point in this match. They won pretty handedly. And then map 5, yeah, they kind of just, they fell really, really flat game 5. And then that's, just the unfortunate truth. Celium, Exnet, Kismet, Pred just, looking down the line, not too good. And then Capsule 225, Gwyn 3KD 9 and 3, TJ Halley 1.4. And this actually made it so I think Boston, once Vancouver won this series, Boston now they can't go to Birmingham. So that's upsetting for Boston, but it is what it is. Next match we had Paris Gentlemates going up against LAT, and people said it looked like Ghosty was sick. He only had 85 and 91 during that whole match, 11k, which is not a horrible game, but people were saying he didn't look like himself during that match. He's also playing his old team. Team apparently was going through stuff anyway. There was people on their team that just weren't going through good things. They were just having difficulties, and it was affecting the whole team. Stuff like that. But either way, they made it to Birmingham. They're going to be going to Birmingham. We'll talk about the tournament bracket before we get into playing COD ourselves. We'll just talk about it a little bit. But yeah, Envoy again, he just didn't play that well. 0.9. Ghosty didn't play that well, but again, he was sick. 77, 91. Yeah, it looked like he was sick or something. We can't speculate. We're not sure. Scrap didn't have the best series, but they still ended up pulling it out. They played they played good as a team. They were cooking up. Yeah. Map 1, Thieves just pretty much handily took them over. Map 2, I don't know what I'm looking at. But it was good for them. They made it happen. They made it happen again in map 2, 4 to 6. They played, I guess, good as a team. Scrap had a 2.4. He was pretty much carrying, I guess, right? Sib and Envoy were trying their best, but Ghosty and Neptune just couldn't. Neptune had a rough search that map. Map 3, they kind of brought it back, 1.5, 1.2. And yeah, they brought it all the way to map 5. And then Hunter T just kind of showed him what it was. I think Niam was having some good snipes or something. We had 3 for round 1. Let's watch that real quick. We'll see what's going on with that.
Stop. No more. No more. No hit onto Ghosty. We're still at 4-4.
Still chilling.
Hello.
Oh my god.
That time though, Sib gets it. On plant. No pinch for you, Envoy.
Huge pickup, and this should be a guaranteed round win. Neptune, there's one. He can dance in these moments, but there you go. One shot traded out. Ghosty last alive.
No way.
And good dance moves. Look at that swimming force.
Honestly,
No way.
unbelievable.
That was crazy. That was actually crazy. He caught him off guard with that one. That was a good way to end it. I guess we could watch how they won real quick at the end. Shout out to LAT for winning.
Sid with the bomb, so snipes up, but still, we're gonna make something happen here. 2-2 for the Thieves, both A and B.
Hydra is in his natural habitat.
Nice pool in Tokyo. Now, on a pinch that might pay off. A very awkward positioning right now for the remainder of the mates. And that is a ridiculous shot from Neum. The bomb has been dropped. The pistol not good enough though, as Neptune gets away for a second longer. Will he be ready for this gunfight against
Hydra. Took out Neptune.
This time, buddy. 1v2. Ghosty to stay alive.
Ghosty versus Hydra and a BZ.
I love this play though. Good attempt here in the 1v2. Good plant spot. He's got options.
We catch timing.
Dang.
Damn shots from
a little too fast for him.
Sid with the bomb, so.
And that was that series. And then the series after that, what do we have? Series after that, we had Miami Heretics versus Boston Breach. Metals doing his thing, 104, Rancor 1.2, Super 1.3, Trakes 1.04, and Boston had just figured out that they weren't going to Birmingham, so they were probably pretty, like, you know, checked out from the beginning, and like they weren't looking that good, like, obviously throughout the whole split. So yeah, it looked like they're 3-8, and this team was like 6-4. Now they're 7-4. This team was 3-7. Now they're 3-8. Yeah, so like they were pretty much like looking bad anyway, but these guys just like kicked them on their way out of the door. Like anyway, Nasty was doing his thing, but Nasty was kind of like a star player from like a good team last year anyway. So I mean, well, Boston came third in champs, right? Like Boston came third at champs, so they're pretty good, obviously. But yeah, like they just didn't have the cohesion properly this time around. Yeah, but like Metals, Rancor, Super Trakes. I think the game that they just played before this, didn't they lose, or am I making that up? I can't even. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they. Where's that match? Yeah, they lost against the Carolina Royal Ravens, and then they played against the Boston Breach today. But the Boston Breach were not as good of an online team as the Carolina Royal Ravens are. But we're gonna see what the Carolina Royal Ravens do in Birmingham. We're not gonna be able to see what Boston Breach does in Birmingham. That's just unfortunate. We don't really even got to go into that. And yeah, this is the last match we were looking forward to, because we are, you know, OpTic fans over here, stuff like that. You know, they won against Toronto Core. Toronto Core gave these guys the red carpet, just walked all over them pretty much. And we were just greening on them, green bean. Dash had a 1.4, Shots had like a 1.3, so did Merc, and Hook had like a 1.10 basically. So, you know, the boys were cooking, they were just going off, they're doing their thing, everyone pretty much plus 10. Hook was just, you know, making all them right plays. I'm pretty sure he would be, right? Yeah, and then on the other side, these guys just pretty much got walked. But it's not like what it looks like, because, bro, like map 1 looked like Kips had like a 34 and 26, 1.31. He was cooking 4,300 damage, like most damage in the lobby, like going off, like lots of hill time, like. But I mean, I guess like, you know, yeah, Insight couldn't like keep up, right? Insight couldn't keep up, and Kleenex was doing questionable things. Like apparently people are calling for this duo's head right here. They want these guys to go, but no one was like expecting Kips to do this, especially against OpTic, right? Like no one expected Kips to do this too much against OpTic, I guess, but still won the game. We won 3-0, like, but still, like, that's game 1. Game 2, then game 2 kind of, I guess, exposed them in the search, but exposed like the whole team, I guess, obviously in the search. 3-6, and then this one was like kind of close. It was getting kind of close. Like And then they ended up just like stopping them at the end so they couldn't like tie it up. But yeah, it started off like good. It was like, I think it was like 4-1, and then it went to like 5-1, and then they scored like 3 in a row or something. Yeah, but I don't know. Ended up winning. Shout out to OpTic for winning that. And then, so yeah, next week we got this thing right here. It's gonna be early, I think. Well, for my time at least, because I live on the East Coast in the U.S. So it's gonna be early for me. But they're gonna have like this play-in tournament. It's gonna be like, I think, a one and done once you get to this. Like, no, it's not. It's still double elimination. But there's only 8 teams in the bracket, right? So Carolina Royal Ravens will play the Gentlemates. I assume these guys will lose. I'm pretty sure like the Royal Ravens will lose to the Gentlemates unless like their problems follow them to land, which it's possible, right? It's possible the problems follow them to land, but I don't really see it happening. And this is like a little bit more of like an interesting match. It's like FaZe Vegas versus LAT for winners round 1. And I probably would take, honestly, like I might take FaZe here, because just like how Simp can be on land and stuff, and I know Booza's like no one to sleep on, and you never know what 04 can do on land. I mean, you do, but you don't. And then Draza, bro, like see if he could act like a CEO. Then G2 Minnesota Riyadh Falcons. I got the Falcons. I mean, like I feel like Exnid is gonna do good overseas. That's how I feel. And G2 is gonna be, I think they're gonna get like caught off guard by the Riyadh Falcons. I think. And then Toronto Core versus Vancouver Surge. Obviously, probably gonna have Toronto Core, and Vancouver Surge gonna get bopped out. Then they'll play OpTic Texas, which they'll win, and then they'll win, and then they'll win. So and then basically at the end, oh well, I guess we can do this. Not really. In the end, I think it'll probably be OpTic versus maybe FaZe or like Riyadh, maybe. Imagine. I think OpTic versus FaZe or OpTic versus Riyadh. Something tells me that. That's how I feel like it's gonna happen. But that's not until next week. But yeah, like that's pretty much all I gotta say about like the intro. Yeah, it was some pretty interesting matches this week. Pretty interesting matches that went on. It was 3-2 Vancouver Surge. They just got there. They placed well enough to go to Birmingham, and they outplaced Boston Breach, who lost to Miami Heretics 3-0. And then that Boston Breach can't go to Birmingham next week. And Paris Gentlemates versus LAT. They just wanted to like make their seeding better. And then OpTic Texas just rolled over Toronto Core, which didn't really matter too much either way. But like we did lose to Riyadh Falcons the day before, but OpTic Texas won against Toronto Core 3-0. So now you're going into the major 10-1. So that's pretty much all we gotta say about the intro. It's pretty dope, pretty sick, pretty awesome. It's a good day of matches, and now I'm about to play some more COD. I turned back on my hardware accelerated GPU schedule. There's some nerd stuff, but I turned it back on. So I think we should be shooting a little better, because I was having some shooting problems earlier. I like it at least. But yeah, it was a crazy day of matches, man. Like the matches were wild. But it was fun to watch, and it's gonna be better to watch the major next week, or like a few days. What, like 5 days? It's me versus me.
Sometimes I be fucked, and even a real nigga cry.
So many scars. TNT, huh? Charge strike, oh. X and B and B. Strike for gold. Five, three. Locking on some duties. Yeah, like I said, so I just want to check real quick because last time I did this, we had we were. Oh my God, I'm on. Feels a lot better. Last time I was on, I had my hardware accelerated off. I don't know, I feel like my freaking overclock was off. And we're not getting any encoder overloaded. I was getting encoder overloaded last time too. Such a noob. I know. Alright, buddy. Alright, let's lock it up. We gotta finish with this gun. What level is this? 26? Come on, baby. Let's, should I play some gauntlet? I'll play some gauntlet. Dude, I got this pirate type song. I don't know why I got this pirate type song. Dude, I gotta finish doing. I'm not using it. I got this pirate song. That was insane. The fat gamers for the real. For the fake gamers for the real. But I go down with it.
Got so high with it. Makes the bitches I love to lie to them. Cause I don't got no time to them. Big bank roll, keep it P, better jug some. Wanna fuck with me, want your heart broke. Come in love with me, I'm focused. Yeah, that drink in my cup, yeah, it's shining.
Yeah, shining.
Yeah, that shit hit like some diamond. Like if you looking for me, come find me. On the block, got Taliban right beside me. I need tweak on bitches, tweak on bitches. Get back on, catch me a body. Why'd you come to me, casa? Through mommy, she got it on top. She calling me Poppy. Walk that life, I switch it up. And I'm never giving up. I was calling, but you wasn't picking up. They always come back around unexpectedly. You don't wanna argue, you don't wanna fight. Come lay next to me. You wanna get richer? Yeah, I can teach you the recipe. We be cooking. Yeah, come be a little chef for me. Brain out, keep it 100. When niggas don't.
We be fake. That's what you need to get. Too fat. Time it out. Right. Just want to be fake. Just so good. Hey. Oh my God. Don't tell me.
Move to engage all hostiles. Got the lead.
Oh my God. No. That will start off the day. Teammates, are you okay? Oh my God, where am I getting shot from? Fuck.
Damn it, lost the lead. Enemy UAV detected.
No, I thought I challenge. Wait, am I? Are we bad? Oh. Oh no. Gotta check it, please.
Hostile UAV established above. Hard point. Hard point contested. Enemy UAV detected.
Oh my god, shit.
Hostile UAV established above. Contesting hard point. Hard point identified. Hard point contested. Hard point active. Contesting hard point. Enemy harp overhead.